One night, in the quiet streets of Seattle, an old couple is getting ready to sleep. The noise of their dog barking and whimpering alerts them, and the woman gets up to feed the dog. Heading downstairs, she sees the dog lying next to its bowl and puts a few pieces of kibble into it. She steps on a broken picture frame of her and her husband. Suddenly, the woman is attacked by a masked killer who kills her through a pillow to muffle the sound. The killer removes their mask to reveal a replica of the woman. After hiding the body in the trunk of their car, the killer wears the woman's clothes and climbs into bed with her husband. Next, at a software startup started by four friends, Lena, Devin, Noel, and Josh, Devin and Noel pitch their software to investors. They're given an impossible deadline for their software and told that the investors have found a similar company willing to meet the deadline. They realize that the company making the competitive offer has Seth, a guy they plan to hire, and Seth has betrayed them. Lena and Josh draw pictures of each other when Devin and Noel return to give them the bad news. Deciding to drown their sorrows at a nearby bar, they do shots. The bartender, Carmen, tells them they have this bad luck because of the house they live in, where the previous owner disappeared. Lena tells her it's not true and says she wants to enjoy the night. Later, Noel comforts Devin, telling him not to take the failure personally. Out of the corner of his eye, he sees Josh flirting with a girl. Everyone gathers around to see as Josh is pushed by the girl's boyfriend. Next, the four walk home together and discuss if they can meet the deadline. Determining they can't, Devin tells his friends that he's thinking of taking up a job somewhere else. Hearing this, Josh gets furious, and while Noel tried to calm him down, he ends up throwing stuff at a wall. Lena goes to check the damage and finds that the wall is fake, revealing a staircase. Lena and Josh rip the fake wall out with the help of Noel and Devin, and the four ascend the staircase to find an attic. They find many curious things, such as a device that lets them see every room in the house, pictures of a woman with a twin, and a passageway to the back of the house. Devin and Josh explore the passageway when the cupboard crumbles, and Devin is knocked back into a mirror that seems to be a portal. The four explore the mirror, and it freaks out Josh. In an impulsive decision, he decides to enter it while the three try to stop him. Josh emerges in an attic similar to the one they were in and wanders outside the house to see the four standing around a barbecue, talking and laughing. He manages to take some videos and re-emerges into the original attic. He tells the group that he saw them hanging out for 15 minutes. The group tells him that he was gone for 5 seconds, 9.7 seconds to be exact. They begin timing the difference, and in the real world, 9 seconds is equivalent to 30 minutes in the mirror world. Noel explains that they found the mirror in this world, but their duplicates haven't found the mirror in their world. Next, they decide to take the mirror downstairs, but learn that if it is moved from its angle, it stops working. Josh re-enters the mirror, and Noel follows but doesn't find Josh. He rushes back through the mirror, asking about Josh, but learns he hasn't returned. Josh emerges a second later. Noel and Josh re-enter, holding hands. After returning, Noel realizes that the mirror is a portal to another world, or a series of universes. While trying to figure it out, Devin has the idea to use the portal to meet their deadline. Noel and Josh head through the mirror to finish the work, while Noel, Devin, Lush, and Lena of the other world are unaware. They manage to complete the work and re-enter the original attic to tell Devin and Lena. They all celebrate their victory and head out to see the investors. Later, the investors are impressed by their speed. They drive by Seth's house to show him and mock him. Still celebrating, the four discuss how they can use the portal to their advantage. Over drinks, Josh tells the group that he saw the lottery winner numbers on one of his trips, so maybe they apply here as well. However, after the numbers are read out, they learn that the universes are not identical. They begin exploring the universes and trying to uncover information. They also start to spend the unsuspecting duplicates' money without being detected by them. Next, Lena comes across the diary of the woman who used to live there. The woman's name was Marissa, and she had moved to their dimension after her husband passed. The same people in different dimensions may not be dead, so Marissa had been trying to be as close to her alternate dimension husband as possible. Noel and Josh have fun blowing up $1 million. They find a movie with actors who haven't worked on a movie together in their dimension. Noel decides that they can use the way things are in the other dimensions to steal ideas. Devin protests against this, saying that this is what Seth did to them, but Noel doesn't listen. Lena sees artwork that she plans to sell off as her own. Upset, Devin walks away and Googles his deceased father, who had been a victim of suicide after a huge corruption scandal. Josh begins using the mirror to seduce women, while Lena copies art from other dimensions to show it as her own, and Noel steals ideas to advance his career. The friends all become successful and wealthy. At an event, Seth approaches them and insults them, saying that they must be doing something shady to be successful so fast. He mentions the Orion Sky Fund, which no one but Noel was aware of. He takes a dig at Devon's father, which infuriates Josh, who is ready to fight him. However, Noel stops the two. Later, Devon asks Noel about the Orion Sky Fund, but Noel promises not to do anything without talking to him. He takes Devon through the mirror to the alternate universe Seth's house, where Noel begins destroying things like his computer and television. Noel tells Devon to attack Seth, but he refuses and asks to leave. Confronting Noel, he learns that Noel doesn't think of the alternate versions as real humans. Devon reads through Marissa's journals and learns that she lost her mind while searching for her husband. He tells Josh that he's worried about Noel. Josh, in an attempt to cheer him up, takes him to an alternative universe to visit Carmen. Josh manages to seduce Carmen and beds her while Devon heads downstairs to give them some privacy. Devon listens to music and fails to hear Carmen's boyfriend come back. However, he hears a loud gunshot and rushes to Josh. With an injured Josh, he returns to the real world. He calls out to Noel and Lena. The two arrive and are horrified to see Josh losing so much blood. Lena tries to help by wrapping up the wound, but panics and is unable to do it. Devon begs Noel to call 911, but he doesn't. Next, Devon blames Noel for not calling the police, but Noel says that they would be arrested. Noel and Lena decide to swap out the deceased Josh for a living one from another dimension. They hold a small funeral for Josh, and Devon becomes increasingly upset. The three remaining friends drug the alternate universe version of Josh while he sleeps and bring him back into the real world. In the morning, Josh is confused, but the three manage to convince him that they have sold the company, and Josh has been offered a lead developer position at his dream company, Stanley Tech. They send him off to take the job, even though he is confused. Lena tries to stay on good terms with Devon, but he lashes out at her for her use of the mirror and not saving Josh. Devon decides to use the mirror to find his father. Josh, at Stanley Tech, is told about the person who had this position before him and realizes he doesn't know anything about this world. Later, Devon apologizes to Lena. He tells her that when the news of his dad's involvement in corruption had occurred, he had told his dad that he hated him. This caused his dad to give in to suicide. Lena understands that Devon has been facing the guilt of what he said. Josh goes through all of his social media, but doesn't remember anything. Devon manages to find his dad in an alternate universe and goes to see him in jail. He apologizes for everything, and his dad comforts him. Noel tells Lena that she doesn't know most things about Devon. He shows her a syringe contraption that he stole from another dimension that he plans on creating in this one. Lena has an exhibition in which only one of the paintings is hers. She notices that no one is watching or appreciating her original painting. Devon arrives to support her, but notices that she's very drunk, so he takes her home. At home, Lena confesses that she always wanted to be an artist, but the guilt of copying other work is too much. Devon tells Lena that he has always loved her work and went to her first art show. Touched, Lena thanks him, and the two share an intimate night. Noel ends up seeing them as he looks through binoculars. The next morning, Lena wakes up to a note from Devon telling her that he has gone away for a while. She talks to Noel, but he focuses on whether the two should get back together, as they used to date once. He tries to convince her, but she seems uninterested. Getting a call from Josh, Lena leaves to meet him. He tells her that all his memories are confusing him. He tells her that everything he remembers from his childhood is different here, such as the hair color of an exchange student in photos and the name of a children's book. Lena confronts Noel, but he ignores her and tells her it will be okay. Later, through the binoculars, Lena sees Noel throw away Devon's phone, which she retrieves when Noel is not around. She locates Devon's last location in a cabin in the woods and goes to see him. Devon tells her that Noel told him that Seth is launching a lawsuit against them. Lena denies it and says that Noel could be getting rid of Devon because they slept together. Devon has no recollection of this, and Lena realizes that Noel killed Devon and replaced him. Josh breaks into the house and threatens Noel with a gun in the attic. Noel attacks Josh, and they end up in a scuffle, which eventually leads Josh to wound Noel. However, an alternative version of Noel shows up with a futuristic gun and shoots Josh. Noel begs to be kept alive, but the alternate version of Noel kills him. Lena appears and sees that this version has killed everyone. He tells her that this is for the best. He shows her new technology that he has found and says that he doesn't care about the money but about the success. He tells Lena that they could be great together and tries to convince her that he has always loved her. The alternate Noel shows Lena pictures of her alternate versions, claiming that he confessed his love to each one, but there was something off about each one. Lena kisses him and tries to reach for the gun, but he is too quick. He goes outside and Lena grabs the syringe. When he returns, she manages to insert it into his leg. However, he still has the gun, so she begs him to kill her like he killed Josh and Devon. He tells her that he gets what he wants, and he wants her. While he is distracted, she gets out of his grip and manages to grab the gun. Lena is unable to shoot the gun and manages to escape to the attic, where she tries to enter the mirror. Noel stops her, pulling her by the hair. Suddenly, Devin appears with a gun, pointing it at Noel. Lena escapes Noel's clutches, and Devin shoots him. Noel stumbles into the mirror. Lena, realizing that another Noel will reappear, closes the mirror just as Noel is halfway through the glass. Noel is killed, being sliced in half due to not being able to leave the portal in time. Lena and Devin dispose of the body. Lena asks Devin how he knew, and he shows her a video of the real Devin telling him about everything on his phone. He mentions that he's always been paranoid, but it paid off this time. Wanting to destroy the mirror, Lena smashes it with an axe, shattering the glass everywhere. Next, the two leave to start a new life. Stopping at a gas station, Lena heads to the restroom. While she's washing her hands, she hears an electrical sound and sees a flash of light, the same one that the mirror gave out. As she heads back to the counter, Devin asks what music she wants to play, but Lena can't remember the music they were just playing, revealing that she's now an alternate version of herself. The end.